Hello dear students, today we are going to start with phone etiquettes. Unit number 5, that is etiquettes. So we are going to cover the basic of etiquettes. So first of all, what do you mean by etiquettes? Etiquettes means the customary codes of polite behavior in a society, or you can say among the members of particular professions or a group, right? So we can say that in simple language, etiquettes means the manners and the rules that you have to follow in your professional life as well as in your personal life. Okay, so when we are talking about the specific technical communication, it means that the rules and the manner you have to follow while while you are engaged with your profession. Okay, so which are the types of environment, like your phone etiquettes when you visit a foreign country to represent your organization for any particular business deal, when your client from the foreign country visit your organization for the business deal. So these are the, you can say, the situations that you have to keep in mind, and according to the situation we have to behave, we have to follow the rules, right? We should behave in a particular manner. So today we are going to start with the phone etiquettes. What is a good phone personality? When we are talking about the phone communication, so it is a kind of synchronous communication. Now synchronous communication means what? When you ask something, immediately you will get the response. So that is called the synchronous communication. So this synchronous communication will have its advantage and disadvantages. So we will see in brief. So as I told you that it is a synchronous, so it is a real-time communication. Immediately you will get the response from the other party. Second advantage is that you would be able to get insight about the recipient and be able to alter your flow. If you ask something and based on that, if you receive something, then based on the response you can alter your flow, right? So that is the main advantages of your phone communication. Third is the out of sight, the endness of other party can actually embolden you, and it will help you to get over your inhibitions. Now what do you mean by this particular statement? The statement meaning is that you can ask anything you wish to the person talking to you with on the phone. Okay, simple example of this is, suppose you actually ask your boss about the bonus on the phone, but he or she is actually present in front of you, then it might be possible that you are not able to ask them. Okay, so because he or she is not physically present in front of you, you can ask whatever you want, whatever your doubt is, you can clear that, okay, without fearless. Okay, so that is also advantages of phone communication. Next advantage is that you can be free. It means that it is not as formal as written communication. Okay, while you are writing something, you are passing the information through the mail, through the letter, then there is a particular format, specific format you have to follow that. Okay, but while you are speaking something, there is no any specific format that in this particular format you have to speak the sentence. Okay, so it is not that kind of formal as compared to your written communication. So you can speak in the way you are comfortable with the respondent. Now all these are the advantages of phone communication. One disadvantages of phone communication is that it is not face-to-face communication. Okay, it means that you cannot express your thoughts through your body language, right? You have to express your thoughts, your informations through the words only, right? You cannot use your body language to express your information, to express your thoughts. Okay, so that is the main disadvantages of phone communication. Now the next is, what are the characteristics of good phone personality? There are main two characteristics: courteous and the professionalism. Now what do you mean by courteous and what do you mean by professionalism? Courteous means the basic expectation in any business phone call is that you be totally and unconditionally courteous. It means that you have to create the pleasant conversations and the possible business transactions, right? You have to create the environment in such a way that both you and the opposite person can talk freely with each other, right? It doesn't matter whether you are talking to your client, whether you are talking to your vendor, your manager, your colleague, the way junior to you, and it does not matter whether you are having a rough day at work. It does not matter who is right, who is wrong. You will have to display at most courtesy on the phone. Okay, whether you should be very polite, right? There is no bitterness, there is no bad temper, there is no irritations, kinds of expressions and the word and the phone tone while you are talking with the person on the phone. Okay, there is no argumenting with the person. That kinds of thing you should avoid while you are talking on the phone. Okay, so it is okay to be a disagree, because it is the nature of human, right? You are not agree with each and everything another person is talking with, but it is not okay to be disagreeable. There is a way to express that you are not agree with the person, so you have to explain them in a proper way that you are not agree because of so and so reason. Okay, so in positive notes, on positive thoughts, you are going to explain them you are not agree with the person what talking about. Okay, so this is what the good phone personality is: always courteous no matter what it is. Okay, the second characteristics is professionalism. Professionalism in a call demand that you provide the information expected of you, right? Second thing is that you have to address the thing you are supposed to address. Okay, and the third thing is that make a commitment that you are authorized to make. Okay, so these three things you have to keep in mind when you are doing any professional call. These three things you have to keep in mind. First is that you have to provide the informations, right? Because you have a making phone, you have making call, then there is a specific purpose for which you have made. Okay, so that for that purpose it may be to provide information, to get the information, so that purpose must be accomplished, right? And second thing is that you have to address the thing, whatever the task you have, whatever the list you have to make a list of things that you that need to be that need to be covered during your phone call, right? So that you should. And the third thing is that make a commitment that you are authorized to make, right? If you are a manager, then you have a specific authority and you cannot go beyond that authority, right? You cannot take on the fly executive decision. You cannot take on the fly decision made by the CEO, right? You have to be in a limit, and whatever based on the designations you are authorized to take a decision, you can take, right? So this is the thing you have to keep in mind while when we are making any professional call. Okay, so this is two basic characteristics: courteous and professionalism. Now, anatomy of a business call, right? So which are the steps you go through when you make a call, business call? Okay, so the first thing is initial greeting. Second thing is establishing the virtual handshake with other person. Second next step is getting down to the business. Next is summarizing. After that, we are going to follow through with the minutes of the call. And the last one is taking the action item to completion, right? So this is the step. So whenever we make any call, okay, the first thing is initial greeting. So what do you mean by initial greeting? If you are answering a phone call, the basic courtesy demand that you don't let the phone ring till eternity for the caller. It means that make a habit to pick up the call in no more than 3 to 5 ring. Okay? So try to make a habit to pick up the call as early as possible. Don't wait the caller to and up to your phone continue to be ringing. Okay, so the phone, when the phone is ringing, you answer it. Do the following thing with the courteous. Okay, first things, the universal understood the greeting is hello. Okay, so what you are going to do, either you are going to say hello and you are going to say this is the XYZ of particular company name. Okay, or you can say good morning, this is Janvi here, or even you can say hi, this is Janvi here, with your surname Janvi Patel. Okay, so that would be appreciable. If you are in a customer service position, an even better way of answering the call would be good morning, this is Janvi from XYZ company, how may I assist you? So this is what the initial greeting should be. Okay, so that is you have to keep in mind. Now when you initiate the call, okay, when you are doing call to someone, you have to wait for the person at the other end to say hello. Okay, next is after the hello, identify yourself clearly to the person you called. Okay, don't assume that your voice to be a very familiar, that the people will recognize you the right way. Okay, no, you have to introduce yourself, right? If you are making an unscheduled call, then preemptly apologize for interrupting and ask them if it is going to be okay to talk for a few minutes. You have to ask them, right? If it might be possible that person is busy in doing some other work. Okay, so you have to take a permission, it is okay to talk right now, or if it is not okay, then you can ask them at which time he or she will be free. At that time you are going to make a call in, you will have a healthy discussion. Okay, so this is what the manners and the etiquettes that you have to follow. Likewise, if you need to talk to them at the length, okay, for more time, then find out when it is the best time to do so. Okay, because if you are going to call them on the regular office hour, it might be that he or she person will be busy with some another work as well, or he or she will in the company. Okay, so if your conversation will take a long time, then you are going to ask them for their suitable time, not yours, their suitable time, and you are going to make a call at that particular time, and you can have a healthy conversation. Okay, so this is what the initial greeting is. Now second one is establishing the virtual handshake with other person. So what do you mean by that? Virtual means if you are talking with that particular person, he or she is not in front of you physically. Okay, so you need to virtually handshake. Virtually handshake means that establishing the rapport. Rapport means the relationship. Okay, setting the tone for the rest of the conversations. The first part of the handshake is addressing. If the person at the other end is your customer and you don't know him or her well, address him as sir or her as a ma'am. Okay, if you want to be a very formal, you can use Mr. Say example, Mr. Gupta, right? So that kind of addressing you can use for the person to which you are talking with, to whom you are talking with. Okay, the next part of handshake is very brief warm up. Okay, generally when we are talking with someone, we cannot directly start we cannot directly jumping on the main topic. We generally used to say hi, how are you, how's doing over there. Okay, so that kind of a statement will, you can say, the link between your main body part, and this is the part of the thing where you are sitting the, when we are creating the pleasant environment. Okay, so you and that other person can talk freely and in relaxed way. Okay, so that kind of a statement will be necessary before directly jumping on your main point. So this is second thing, is establishing the handshake. Third one is getting down to the business. Now once the pleasant environment is created, you are going to start your main point. You can start your main point. Okay, so here are some general tips that you have to keep in mind. First, try to sound cheerful and energetic. Okay, since you have to make do with the help of your any body language, or your voice should display the cheerfulness and energy, right? Because that person cannot see you, cannot see your body language. Your voice is everything that will express how much energy you will have, how much cheerfulness of your, right? So your sound must be like you are very enthusiastic, you are very cheerful and very energetic person. Okay, second thing is that remember to use the lots of polite word. Please, sorry, thank you, sometime even gratuitously. So that kinds of a word can be used often. Okay, politeness, that kind of a word would reflect the politeness. So that kind of a word you should use often while you are talking on the phone, on particularly on the business call. Okay, now be specially courteous when interrupting other person, right? If someone is talking to you and if you want to interrupt that person, then you can don't aggressively stop them. Okay, you can politely say in interruptive sound, right? May I say something? Okay, so that kind of a statement, that kind of a word you can use to interrupt the person, and you can put down your points. Now while talking, you and other party should go back and forth alternatively, right? Sometime you will speak, sometime that person will speak, right? So you have to use the short sentence and in a simple language, right? So both can understand each other very well, right? If you are not getting something that person is talking about, then you can don't hesitate to ask them, repeat again, or I'm not understanding, right? So, or still you are not getting, then you can politely say that I'm not understanding this particular statement. Okay, sometime what we will do, if we don't understand particular meaning of particular word, then based on this whole statement we understood what someone want to talk. Okay, but if we are not getting the whole statement, then what will happen, you are going to miss that particular information. So at that time you are going to, don't hesitate to say I'm not getting this meaning of this particular statement. Okay, so that that you have to do while you are while you are in a conversations. And the most important thing is that keep writing, right? Whatever you are whatever the conversations you are doing with the other person, take note down of it. Okay, so that will be a good habit, because sometime what happen, we forgot something and we miss the so many things that we need to do. Okay, so if you are going to keep writing the thing that you have to do in a notepad or in soft copy or in hard copy, then it will be very easier for you to complete that item or complete that particular actions and the things on a time. So this is what the getting down to the business. Now the next one is summarizing. Once you have done with your business call, okay, whatever the things you need to convey, you need to discuss, that is done. After that we are going to put down the call. Okay, so before doing that, you have to summarize in the sense of what? In few statement in 1 minute we are going to summarize the point that is covered during the conversations on the phone. Okay, what is agreed to be done by each parties, okay, along with the agreed date, on which date this thing should be done, okay, any action that have to be carried out by each other people, and how those other people are going to be notified. Okay, so all these things, or you can say this thing is also, you can say like a formal document that is called the minutes of call. Like we are having the minutes of meeting, similarly we will have a minutes of call. Okay, so and that is going to be prepared, and that can be sent to respective people who is directly and indirectly going to be a part of this particular action. Okay, so these are the things you have to do in a summary, and after that you are going to end the conversations on a bright and positive notes. Okay, આપણે કન્વર્જેશન્સને એકદમ પોઝિટિવ નોટ્સમાં એન્ડ કરવાનું છે. And when you finish talking, make sure you are actually use the word bye before ending the call, because just hanging up without the formal bye is considered extremely rude. Okay, so whenever you are ending your call, use to say bye words. Okay, because if you are not going to say bye, then in professional language it means that it is rude, right? So don't be a rude, say bye and end up your call. Now once the call is end up, it does not mean that your business conversations is completed, right? You have to follow through the minutes, right? While summary, whatever the minutes of call you have prepared, you have to make an actions on that, right? You have to inform the people, you have to assign the work to the people, right? You have to send them the minutes of call, and you have to explain them the work they need to do, and at the same time the deadline. Okay, so this is what the following through the minutes, whatever the actions you need to arise, that action should be started. Now next and the last one is taking the action item to the completion. You have started the action, but it should not be the long process, right? There must be some deadline. Before that your work should be done. So you need to take a necessary action to complete your item on a deadline, complete your work on or before the deadline. So that is what the taking the item to the completion. Okay, once it is completed, again you have to make a phone calls, and you are going to discuss the work you have done and their respective documents that you have prepared with the other parties. Okay, so this is what the anatomy of any business phone calls, right? So this is the step you are going to follow, and we are doing this, right? But this is what the formal phone etiquettes is. Okay, we are going to start with the initial greetings. We are going to establish the virtual handshake with the other person, We are going to start actual business conversations after that. Once the business conversation is over, we are going to summarize the points that we have discussed. After phone is completed, we are going to initiate the our work, and the work is completed. We have to complete the work on time, and we are going to again make a phone calls, and we are going to discuss the work that is done. Okay, so this is what going to be a continuous cycle, right? Until and unless that particular project and work is totally done or totally completed, right? So this is phone call is you can say it is a continuous communication cycle that is eventually add when your work or particular project is totally completed. Okay, so this is what your phone etiquette is. Now when this is what the phone etiquette is. Now next is conference call etiquettes. Okay, so this is what the PPT of what we have discussed earlier. Now we are going to start with the conference call etiquette. Conference call should be treated exactly like your face-to-face meeting. Okay, it is same like your we are meeting face-to-face, okay, with the person. You discuss the project status, you can discuss the work, you can take a decision, you can assign the activity to the team member, and so on over the phone. No need to meet physically with the team members and the group of member, and you can create the conference call and assign the work and take a decision. So that is what the conference call is. But here it is important that before arranging the conference call, you must have the meeting agenda set priorly, right? And after the call, once the call is completed, the minutes are noted down, and it must be published to each and every member who is the part of your conference call. Okay, now conference call is similar to the group meeting, but still there is some unique challenges. Now conference call etiquettes, what you need to keep in mind while you are in the conference call. So make sure that you have a good multiple directional speaker phone to make it possible for the people sitting in far corner of the room to be audible. Okay, when you are speaking something, you must have a proper arrangement of the speaker, multi-directional speaker phone, so the people sitting far away can hear you properly. Yeah, you are going to be audible to them. If you ever dial in any of the participant to the call, make sure you get their number correct. Okay, you might be aware about that. To join the conference call, you have to dial the particular number. Okay, so make sure that that number should be correct. Now make sure that likewise your Google, if you are arranging, nowadays we are arranging the Google Meet. Okay, so to join the Google Meet, we are sharing the link. At the same time, we are sharing the meeting ID and password as well. Okay, so using that also you can join the meeting. So you are going to send them the ID and password to join the conference call. Okay, make sure that all the international attendees know the local time in your locations by giving your time as an offset from the GMT. As I told you earlier, that we are arranging the meeting, it is in GMT. So make sure that all the international attendees know your local times. Accent and dictations can help the identify people sometime. Okay, we know, if you know what is the way to speak the English. Okay, the way Indian speak is different, the way US people speak is different, the accent is different. Okay, so based on the accent, sometimes it is easy to identify who is speaking, but sometime, not always. Okay, so when you dial into the conference number, make sure you introduce yourself and where you are calling from. Okay, once you join, you have to introduce yourself, okay, and from where you are. So this is what the etiquettes and the manner is. Speak even more deliberately and slowly than what you speak in a person, and only when it is your turn. Okay, you have to speak politely and when your turn came, not directly start speaking and jumping in between the conversation is going on. That is not the good manner. Don't be shy about speaking or asking, or if you don't understand, don't shy to say repeat again. Okay, so in and at the same time, if you are not hearing anything also, or hearing anything or not understanding anything, you can politely ask ask them, you can notify them that you are not understanding what they are speaking. And if you find that person speaking currently is not giving any chance to other by continuously non-stopping talking, then you can interrupt gently, saying that, say example, whatever the name of that person is, right? Say example, John. So John, this is Ajay here, what your name is, okay, can I interrupt you for a minute? Okay, so after that you can represent your point. Okay, so this is what the small thing, but you have to keep in mind when you are being the part of any conference call. So apart from the direct phone call, you can also use other phone functionality like your SMS, text conversations, your caller ID and voicemail for the information passing. So while doing that also, you have to keep in mind some rules and regulation, and that is a general, and we all are aware about this. Now this is the miscellaneous tip about the phones and phone calls. So what you should and what you should not. Okay, so first thing is that never ask an international business partner for his or her personal cell phone or home number. Okay, do not ask them about their personal home or telephone number. Okay, do not communicate it by missed call with any your international partner. Okay, when you are on a phone, don't multitask. Don't participate in conference call while driving. Okay, when abroad, obey that country convenience and protocols on the cell phone uses. Each and every country has their particular protocols and rules for the phone uses. You have to follow that. In some other place like hospital, planes, they may interfere with the radio equipments, and you are not supposed to use them anyway. So we are not going to use phones while in hospitals, while in planes. Okay, so at that time we are not going to do any business conversation at that particular place. Remember that it is gradually not a good idea to carry it on a loud business call in a public area. Okay, in crowded public area you should avoid to carry out your business call. Use a speakerphone only if you must. Okay, in such case inform other person that they are on the speakerphone. Okay, you have to inform to that person to whom you are talking about that you are on the speakerphone. Okay, without informing them, don't on your speaker. When giving out a phone number, say example 2221551. Okay, so what our Indian people mentality is, we are what the way we are speaking is 22215 515 or 222 15515. So this is what we are generally giving the number. Okay, so this is what the meter confusing for the international business partner, right? So try to give the number in a such a way like 22215515. Okay, don't use double triples kinds of a word when you are giving the numbers or when you are dictating the particular combinations of number that is repeating two or more times. Okay, so this is the way to give a number to other persons when, especially when we are talking with the international business partner, whether it is a legal or illegal. But before recording the phone calls, you have to take a prior permission, right? Without permission, it is illegal to record telephonic conversations. Okay, so if you want to do so, you are going to take a prior permission, and then after you are going to record the phone, otherwise not. Okay, when phone ring and you are in the middle of something important, remember that you don't have to answer the phone. Okay, if you are doing something important and if your phone is ringing, then don't answer your phone. So this is what the miscellaneous tips you can say that you have to keep in mind while it is a phone etiquette. Okay, so whenever next time you are, whether it is a business call or any personal call, we have to follow some rules and regulations, or we should have some manner, the way we are going to talk with the person, the things we are going to do, right? And so particularly when we are talking about the technical communication, so this is what we need to keep in mind, right? Because ultimately phone communication is going to be a part of your technical communication for in any organization, right? Your any work is going to be incomplete without this. So when you are going to talk, when you are doing any business phone calls, so this is what the thing you need to keep in mind. Okay, now in next we are going to start with the etiquettes for foreign country trip. Thank you.
in particular hierarchies. Get it? We have also discussed the